Hey guys, what is up? RedPandaMining here. How you guys all doing? I hope you're all doing really well and having a really great day. In this video, I want to finally talk about ProgPoW. I'm going to get to the huge amount of drama that's been happening on Twitter, and I feel like it's not very warranted, and the sentiment is it's just weird that all of this is happening in the past couple of weeks. It's just really strange to me. And why hasn't there been this kind of opposition back maybe half a year ago or a year ago when ProgPoW was announced as an implementation, an EIP for Ethereum? It's just really weird to me that all of this is coming out of the woodworks, and mainly I want to get through a lot of different topics in this video, and I hope you guys enjoy. But before you guys watch my video, please vote in the little straw poll that I have down in the link in the description. It's just asking ProgPoW for Ethereum, and there's a yes or no or doesn't matter to me. Feel free to vote, and just to let you guys know, I voted for yes. I want ProgPoW to be implemented for Ethereum, but I would love to get your guys' feedback on that in this straw poll and as well in the comments in this video later on. Okay, and as well, I would love for you guys to watch Be Trippin's just conversation and overall outlook and opinion on ProgPoW. He is our crypto mining OG and Lord and Savior of the crypto mining community. I respect him so much. Link in the descriptions for both of his videos that talk about ProgPoW. I highly recommend you guys watch these two videos that happened on February 26th and February 28th. As well, he has a Medium article just of his live streams, just recapping. For those that don't want to watch videos, you can read his blog post here, just outlining, you know, all the different stuff and why ProgPoW should be implemented and such, and the arguments and that kind of stuff. Okay, so Be Trippin, thanks so much. You are a original gangster of the crypto mining community. I love everything that you do. So let's continue, my friends. Now, for those that, you know, are just getting into crypto mining or, you know, not understanding what ProgPoW is, it's an algorithm, okay? It's a proof of work algorithm, and it is designed to close the efficiency gap available to specialized ASICs, okay? So not necessarily supposed to be ASIC resistant per se, but it's supposed to level the playing field among all hardware types: GPUs, FPGAs, ASICs, and whatnot. And basically it utilizes almost all parts of commodity hardware such as GPUs and comes pre-tuned for most common hardware utilized in the Ethereum network. Okay, so that is ProgPoW definition for those that are, you know, trying to understand what's going on lately, maybe on Twitter. And yeah, seriously, Twitter has just been a cesspool in my opinion. And like I said in the beginning, it's really funny. The sentiment right now in the past couple of weeks against ProgPoW, this opposition, it's just really strange to me how this is all coming about, and what Be Trippin has said in his videos as well, and in his live stream recap, that a lot of the negative sentiment has been coming from Ethereum developers. And also people that are pro ASICs, you know, like Lindsay and some other guys out there on Twitter. I've also seen some fake bots kind of promote no ProgPoW kind of thing, and people who just made new Twitter accounts. And you know, it's just weird to me. And it's also, I've seen that on people that have voted for yes ProgPoW as well. So it's kind of a interesting situation right now. The whole drama between having ProgPoW and on Twitter, it's just blowing up, and it's just quite hilarious and what's been happening. But you know, it's been causing a lot of discussion on Twitter, and I've been reading a lot of it, and it's quite interesting. In my opinion, the consensus and sentiment for ProgPoW last year was a yes for ProgPoW. As you guys know, there was a etherchain.org vote for ProgPoW from the pools, okay, from a miner's perspective, I guess, and it was 100% yes. It was pretty much a lot of the major pools voted for ProgPoW, okay, and as well as the Ethereum cat herders. There was an audit that happened on ProgPoW last year, and it was pretty much consensus is that the current algorithm ETHash has a vulnerability, and it's been properly audited from major players in the space: Least Authority, Bob Rao, and you know, And also, I've talked about other coins implementing ProgPoW, Zcoin, possibly Ravencoin, and big coins that are coming out wanting to change algorithm. Okay, so it's not just Ethereum, and just all this drama. I feel like it's just not warranted, because last year this came out, and in the dev meetings they talked about implementing ProgPoW into Berlin, and I feel like it's been talked about like 4 or 3 times now in the meetings, and they've all been tentatively accepted. And all of a sudden on Twitter, there's been people just coming out of the woodwork of going no ProgPoW, and yeah, it's just crazy. It's just crazy, and I'm just trying to understand, from their perspective, why. And definitely a lot of Ethereum developers have been coming out of the woodworks and expressing their concern against ProgPoW. And I think there's an EIP or something against ProgPoW. It's quite interesting. I didn't really look into that, but it's quite interesting. Someone's made an EIP for that. I'm just curious about the whole sentiment thing. Okay, so now I wanted to talk about the Bitmain ASICs and the other ASIC miners for mining Ethereum currently. And I guess the main reason, one of the big reasons why Ethereum should move off of Ethash, is ASICs. And in their yellow paper, they mentioned they want to be ASIC resistant. Bitmain's Antminer E3 allegedly will stop mining Ethereum in about 1 month. So I believe that's, around April 8th. I'm going to be closely watching that, and I'll keep you guys updated. I'll be watching, the network hash rate for Ethereum, and apparently Ethereum Classic, that's already out. And but anyways, let me show you guys the Bitmain E3. So it does about 190 mega hash, which is currently out in the market right now. Apparently you can buy one for $600 USD. And there's the Innosilicon A10, which is about 2.5 times better than, I believe, like an RX 580. But this one gets about 500 mega hash at about 750 watts. And then there's a Twitter post here from Christy, Ogata Girl, and there is apparently maybe a Canon 2200 mega hash ASIC miner that may come out. Okay, I'm not sure if this is real or not, but this is something, this screenshot looks pretty interesting, and they're having like a presentation on it at a Canon, I don't know if this is a Canon specific conference or something, but look at this, 2200 mega hash, 2.2 gigahash at 1500 watts. That's crazy. That's just crazy. And of course, there's the Lindsay ASICs, which I've talked about before, and they had a 1400 mega hash Ethereum ASIC, and I forgot how much watts it does. I believe it does 10 times better than like an RX 580 or something. And just interesting. There's a couple different ASICs right now for the Ethereum network on Ethash. It's not to say, okay, so if the E3s or the A10s possibly, when they stop mining because of their 4 gigabyte DAG issue, I wonder how much of the network hash rate is going to drop. Okay, so currently, as of making this video, it's about 181, 82 terahash. So by April 8th, around there, I'm going to be watching that very closely, and we're going to see how much of the network hash rate was those E3s, if they are going to be kicked off the network because of the DAG. All right, and as well as Ethereum Classic I mentioned before, I want to mention that there are a few coins that already have been using ProgPoW. Now, from what I understand, ProgPoW can be dialed in to whatever different memory that you want to utilize on your coin, on the algorithm, okay, such as like GDDR5 or GDR5X or HBM2. Okay, so these different coins like Super Zero, they're using ProgPoW, Bitcoin Interest, Hide Nora, which is using ProgPoW, and Epic Cash. Those are the only 4 that I've researched that I found that are using ProgPoW currently. I don't know which, if these have different iterations of ProgPoW or the same version, but hey, these 4 coins are using it currently. Interesting. So right now on Super Zero, there's about 210 gigahash mining ProgPoW right now. Okay, so it looks like a lot of Chinese pools are mining ProgPoW, and it looks like there's 265 miners and about 210 gigahash on the network. Looks like 68 unknown blocks, so I'm not sure if there's maybe some single entities mining on Super Zero right now, whether that's FPGAs, maybe ASICs, or just huge GPU farms. I'm not sure, so that's something to look out for, as well as Bitcoin interest. Looks like, let's see, 691 mega hash, so that's not even a gigahash, so it's pretty small on Bitcoin interest right now. Hide Nora, it looks like, yeah, not very many people. 53 miners, 58 mega hash, pretty small. And Epic Cash looks like there's 3.87 gigahash. So this looks like this looks like maybe a single entity mining Epic Cash right now. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna be curious. I do want ProgPoW implemented, and I want to see, you know, how much of the network hash rate, the difficulty will fall off, obviously, because, you know, RX 580s apparently they're gonna be doing between 8 and 10 mega hash. GTX 1080 Ti's are gonna do between, I think, 20 or 30 mega hash, all that kind of stuff. Okay, so it's definitely going to bring down the network hash rate and supposedly kick off the ASICs. And I'm going to be curious what the incentive for ASIC miners. Are they going to build HBM2 ASIC miners, GDDR5 or GDDR5X ASIC miners for ProgPoW? And or if that's not already implemented out in the network. Of course, this is all going to be predicated on the price action, how much the difficulty is, all that kind of stuff, and seeing that out come to fruition, we will see. But of course, you know, as GPU miners and ProgPoW, it's supposed to be more commodity hardware like GPUs, okay? Readily available hardware out into the market. You just go to Best Buy and you can buy a graphic card or CPU or anything, right? But with ASIC miners, it's really, really not easy to buy these, and shipping and the cost for these, it's just not cool, and they just become bricks once a coin possibly just changes algorithm, right? And yeah, these ASIC miners are just so wasteful in my opinion. And there's an argument from ASIC manufacturers or pro ASIC people that say, you know, yeah, it gives security to the coin and whatnot. But honestly, that's just BS. It doesn't. It really doesn't. Their incentivization really mainly is to make money. That's it. They want to make money. And for people that are pro ASICs, that incentive for them, in my opinion, is just, they just want to make money. And but anyways, my friends, that's all I want to talk about. Please let me know what you think about ProgPoW, if it should be implemented. I have a straw poll link in the description. Please let me know and check it out as well. Check out Be Trippin as well. All of his amazing content on ProgPoW. You guys should definitely go check it out. And as well as Be Trippin on Twitter. He has a lot of discussion that's going on there as well. Take everything with a grain of salt, and what I mentioned before, and just everything what I've said in this video is from my opinion, from my perspective, okay? The sentiment from having no to ProgPoW coming in the past couple of weeks, it's just so strange to me. And I feel like it's just a couple of bad actors in the space, or just people that are pushing. A couple of single entities are pushing for no ProgPoW, but ultimately the overall sentiment, in my opinion, for yes ProgPoW is definitely more than no ProgPoW. There's so much more that I haven't explained or anything about regarding for ProgPoW, and yeah, it just didn't come to my head right now, but there's definitely a lot more out there. But yeah, thanks guys for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Have a good one, and peace out.